Bitcoin maxis are like the boomers of crypto. And if you're a boomer, no offense, but this stereotype came about because boomers were traditionally stubborn and didn't want something that challenged their beliefs. They didn't want their belief system challenged. They didn't think that there was something that potentially could be better than what they were used to. But we're seeing in real time that Bitcoin really is no different than the US dollar, because both of them are built on trust. And when trust drops in a currency, it becomes worth less. It becomes worthless. Ever since the dollar was taken off of the gold standard, it has become worth less and worth less, to the point of it being worthless because of inflation. And this was because the dollar has slowly lost trust of the people that use it, because they know it's worthless. Year after year after year, the dollar loses more and more of its value. But it didn't really become noticeable and start speeding up until around like 2020, when the regular person like you and I started to notice it. And it didn't lose all of its value because of printing more dollars necessarily. This led to it, but it lost a lot of its value because people are realizing that it's worthless and it's losing trust. You have to understand this about currencies. When a currency loses trust, that's when it becomes worth less. So we need to understand this about Bitcoin. If its trust is broken, what is that going to do to its value? It's going to make it worth less and eventually worthless. So hear me when I say this. The Epstein files coming out were kind of like a warning shot for anybody still invested in Bitcoin to get out. With Bitcoin being tied, created, funded by Jeffrey Epstein, we now know that Bitcoin is no longer the decentralized asset that it was intended to be. We now know that Satoshi Nakamoto is not real and that this whole facade was fake. Bitcoin was flawed from the very beginning. The value of Bitcoin was always tied to people's belief in it, just like the US dollar. This is what I've been trying to tell people for so long about Bitcoin and the US dollar. They are basically the same. Bitcoin really is useless. And now this whole house of cards is going to come crumbling down. Nobody's going to want to be